Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're coming from. My name is Peter Whaley, and the purpose of this 10-minute webinar is to give you an overview of this little beauty called Forecast.Live. So let's get straight into it. The way you'd set up Forecast.Live for your own business system is you would join the free trial, set up a company portal, download the local data connector, and what that would do is that would connect your business system like Sage, ABM, Cybers, etc. to Forecast.Live, and then the information on accounts receivable or debtors will then be shared. Awesome. And then from there, you would log in. And when you log in, everybody, then you'll see what we call the application screen. Now, on my application screen, I have three applications on the plus.live platform. I have Forecast, Snapshot, and Sales. Forecast and sales mobility are discussed in other webinars. Today, we're all about Forecast.Live. Let's launch the Forecast. You could do that from any device, from any computer. It's a web service. And when you do that, what happens is it opens up in what we call the control center. It's just got some key data, total debtors in different currencies, if that's how your business system is set up. Actions, and I'll talk about how to add actions shortly. Outstanding overdue debtors or due by days, and then my largest overdue invoice list. So that just gives you some key data. Then if I can just draw your eye to the left-hand side here, you'll see there's customers, send all reminders, and send select reminders. Now, when you link your business system using the plus.live data connector, all of the customers will come through into a very pleasant laid out table format, as you can see here. And this table format is pretty easy. I can just right click on, let's say, for example, name, and I can start to hide columns and basically choose columns the way I want to see my data. So I might not give a rat's about customers on hold or customers that we shouldn't email, or I might not care about their email address. Or I might just want to simply, I don't know, drag on, credit limit. It's for example, for that particular example, but you get what I mean. So that's one way to set up and view your customers. You also have what we call the action list against every single customer. We'll talk more about that, but again, what you can do is add an appointment or task or something. So there's the customers. And while I'm here, I've mentioned the data connector, how you would set up that data connector. I'm just going to our support side. You can see there's a support center there, and we've got all the help articles on how to set this up. But also within the Forecast.Live, if I go to the top right and I click on that, you can see here we've got the help center and new features and so on and so on. Right, so that's the customer side, that's the control center. Let's talk about two options you have with Forecast.Live. You can do the easy way and just click on that and send all reminders, or we can send select reminders depending on the filters. Let's look at send all reminders. What that does is that opens up all my overdue. This is just for overdue, and it automatically populates them with some preset templates, 14 to 29, 1 to 6, and so it goes down. Now, these templates, I'll show you where they're set up, but they come preset and you can customize them. Customer name, outstanding debt, and so on and so on. And if I'm happy with all of that, and I don't really want to do anything except go get a cup of coffee, I can simply move to my ribbon bar, although I can export via Excel and PDF, and I can do some other stuff. I can hit on preview invoice reminders, and essentially it's all ready to send my automatic reminders to each of my customers. I can view them, I can check them, I can be happy. And while I'm here, I'll just show you that what it does is it sends the transaction number, the date, the type of invoice, and it sends it to the customer. Or depending on the currency, it could be in dollars, same kind of thing. Now I can go and send a test email straight out, or I can send my emails, and that's as easy as pie. What I might show you quickly, one last thing, is you'll note here little arrows here. I can see what's outstanding in terms of the individual invoices just by highlighting that. I can also expand all the rows there. You'll also notice a little button for exclude. So I could just say, actually, I don't want exact contracting services to get anything. And when I hit on preview invoice reminders, it'll exclude that. How fantabulous is that? Okay, so that's send all reminders. But you might be, I don't know, the 24th of the month and really want to get a head start on incoming invoices. So you might want to send some select reminders. So similar sort of screen, you can see I've got all the column choosers. But what I can do now is I can smash out a variety of options. So I can send to my 7-day upcoming, all my overdue, or any of these filter options that I can see now. So for example, if I just wanted to send to 60 days, I could do that. I select all, you see that icon there? It's going to include here, watch this, wham, bam, thank you so much. And I hit preview invoice reminders, and that's all ready to send that. So that's the send select reminders. If I clear all selected, I can go to filter and I can say, well, actually, you know what, send all overdue. That's just actually all I'm interested in. I'm happy with all of those, and I include them, and I'm away and I send the preview invoice reminders. So that's really the crux of Forecast, the ability to view information in a pleasing table. I can send all my reminders as I see fit from my finance team, or I can send select reminders. That's the magic. Now, again, you'll note on this screen, if I move across to the right, you'll see these actions. There's a little sub-module here, everyone, called the action list. And what that means is I can add a variety of actions to any single customer. I can add, for example, a note, a task, an appointment, or a phone call, add the customer, and choose whether I'm in progress or, of course, I can complete it. And if I do that, it then comes up in this table-based format in not started, in progress, or completed. Of course, I can just add new in any of those columns, or by amazing magic, I can click on Kanban by type, and now I can view it by note, task, appointment, and phone call. So that information, of course, is if I go back to my customers here, you note on the left-hand side, of course, you could do that against any single customer. So if you sit in the office and you just spoken to a particular person, you want to add an action, you have that ability to do that right against each customer. And of course, I can see all those actions against that particular customer. So one place to keep all the information in terms of your overdues. So we like that module. That module is also, or sub-module, there's no additional cost for that. That sub-module is included in Forecast and in Sales.Live. Whoopie-de-whoop. All right. And then finally, from an invoices by overdue, this is just a quick little report here that just allows me a quick picture of where I am in terms of my customers and my 1 to 6 and 7 to 30. Now you'll note that we do these in days. We've done this in days, everyone, so that it doesn't really matter what your business system is. Everybody understands 30 to 59 days overdue. Everyone understands 7 to 13. So that's how we smash that out in the overview, and you can sort on that and so on and so on, and I can filter further if I wanted to, blah, blah, blah. All right, so that's pretty much everything that I wanted to show you here, but I might just quickly wind up with a couple of settings. There's the data connector I mentioned, and again, you can find all of the information about setting up a data connector in our support area. But under the setup, there's two things I want to quickly point out. There's app settings, and there's actually three things. In the app settings, you might want to display where it's from, the reply to, and you might want to exclude upcoming invoices, and you might want to exclude accounts which have an overall balance of 0 or less. So that's pretty cool. And then on the email templates, we've designed these email templates. Here they are, and they range from a, hi, Mrs. Smith, I'm so sorry to disturb you. There's a couple of dollars, couple of rands, couple of euros outstanding. Could you pay us, all the way through to, hey, pay me now. And you can modify that message depending on the culture of your business. So I've clicked on the 60 plus days, and to modify this message, I simply go to my modify update layout, and it opens up a simple plate. And there's the standard boilerplate. you can change that, insert fields, and so on and so on. And then back to the final section I want to show you on the setup. I should have just gone down here to the setup, is the email history. You can see the email history against any single customers. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. But I'm in sales and marketing, so I could be talking absolute rubbish. So what I suggest you do is test this out. All you need to do is go to plus.live with your partner and set up a free 14-day trial, connect, okay, the data connector, and run through how you can address your overdue accounts quickly and easily with Forecast.Live. There's also an option for Plus software to work with you and your partner and set this all up for you and train you. It's an hour, and that's not a lot of time. And at the end of that, you'll be well versed in using it for 14 days. And then you can choose to then sign up or tell us to go fly a kite. And how much would you pay? Hundreds of millions of dollars, not at all. You would pay, just clicking on pricing, you'd go to Forecast.Live and you can see the pricing there, a $99 business plan, or there's currencies in your own currency, and then $35 per user. Most companies have 2 or less users, and that's cancel anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Forecast.Live on the plus.live platform. It's been my pleasure to take you through a 10-minute webinar. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please contact us on support@plussoft-solutions.com for any inquiries. We'd be delighted to help. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. My name is Peter Whaley. Take care.